And they're using fucking staples.
But anyway, she's now fixed. She's safe.
She looked like sort of fucking limbo away out the fucking tube.
That was a good impression.
Over this octopus thing.
And she manages to seal it away in Vickers' quarters, later to be revealed.
Oh, spoiler much. I'm just kidding, it's just that we're going to get to that later.
Anyway, she starts wandering away, trying to find help or something like that.
And every so often she has like a spasm of agony, because when it explodes it all sort of oozes in, and it's not exactly the best operation. She's awake through the whole fucking thing.
Yes. She heads to the Medibay, where she finds David and Vickers and
Peter Wayland.
Exactly.
Why did I just do that? I kind of went Peter Wayland. I don't have any sexual attraction to Mr. Wayland. He's actually he's an old fucker in this film. Honestly.
Yes.
He's just
Wayland
was a cunt in all of them. He was a complete arsehole in every single one. The only Alien film that he was decent in, he was actually a decent person, was Alien vs Predator, and even then, by the Predator. And that is actually considered canon, I believe. So
yes. Anyway, so he's revealed to be alive and brought on this trip because he wants to meet the creators.
So they can give him life, so he doesn't die. So he never gave a shit about who created us, he just wants to live. This whole thing was a scam.
Which brings us to another great, actual brilliant continuity in the Alien films, that there's a subplot to the actual plot. They haven't come here to just do a bit of archaeology. No, it's because this guy wants to continue past his.
Can I point out we also
life.
missed out the space jockey chair is revealed. Actually, we've already passed it, but this thing with them when they find the bodies.
Yes, the big gun
chair that can the big tray.
Yes.
David discovers how it works, and that's where he finds a living jockey. One left, the only one in that ship. Shit. in that.
In that pile of shit. There you go.
That ship.
Yes.
Yes, cavern. Okay, it's a ship. Right. Anyway, I'll get to that later.
Yes.
So they go along, and they find him. They go along and they find this jockey, and the captain is basically saying, you know, I'm not taking any of these fucking things back, because we discover they were so wrong. Basically, the jockey's plan was, it discovers that they were getting ready to leave. They were running from something because basically this is not their home. They've came here
from wherever they
and colonised all these places and prepared them for a mass attack on Earth with technological weapons. Yes, the xenomorph is actually a biotechnological weapon.
How controllable is yet to be explained, because no one seems to be able to control them in the films.
And
you have moments where they're captivated and where they're docile, and then they just get pissed off and start attacking everyone.
Okay, the thing is, they lost control of all these weapons, and basically they turned on them and slaughtered them. So yeah.
Yes, but the reason for why they want to destroy Earth is yet to be explained.
We never find out, but.
Yeah, for some reason the space jockeys created us and then changed their mind. That's the big thing near the end of the film, is that people want to know that, well, at least I've forgotten her name again. Bloody hell.
The engineers or the space jockey?
No, her.
Elizabeth.
Yeah, Elizabeth. Elizabeth wants to know why they've changed their minds. Why create something that seems to her so good, and then I don't like it. You know, let's destroy.
Maybe this is some Ridley Scott's version of Noah's Ark.
Maybe, I don't know.
But anyway,
two of every species.
His plan was to so their plan was to basically attack Earth with all these bioweapons.
Yes.
And they turned on them before they could, and it just basically went to shit. So basically, let's get an example here.
Oh, we get a live experimental example.
So basically, the Xenos in the original movie. Sorry, do you mind me doing this?
No, it's fine.
This is
fine. You enjoy them.
So the Xenos in this movie, say that this cream egg is one Xeno, and they're supposed to control. These beasts are supposed to be controlled. This is more just an excuse to eat a cream egg than a demonstration. Everyone knows this. So this cream egg is a facehugger, and this is just one of many in the ship in the original Alien, and that's in the cargo hold. The Xeno ship is was the ship filled with Xenos that was discovered on LV 426 in Alien, And when they discover it, it's completely different to the ship on LV-223. Because this one has these eggs, and of course the idea was drop them on Earth. Xeno pops out and starts attacking humans.
Why do I suddenly get the whole idea that you've seen this before? Viewers? This is just like those Jaffa Cake adverts. Full moon. Harmon. Total eclipse. I'm sorry, I had to do that. It's just so funny. Anyway, so they've resurrected the space jockey, and he seems docile. He seems perfectly pleasant, and yes.
Yeah.
After a moment, he kills nearly everyone. He rips David's head.
He rips David's head off and batters Wayland with it. He smacks him right across the head with David's head.
Yeah. And whilst all this is going on, Elizabeth legs it.
Because she knows it's futile to fight him.
Basically, yes. Whilst the space jockey just ignores her and
gets prepared
reanimates his machine, which brings up the giant missile gun thing you see.
Image time.
Yes.
Gets prepared. Gets prepared for launch, and
so it turns out, as well as looking like a weapon, which it probably is, it's also the steering system for the ship, which it then turns out to be. Thanks for spoiling that. It turns out that the whole cavern system is a big ship, Crescent Moon ship,
getting ready for a launch to
yes.
Earth. Also seen in Alien image. Anyway, so it is launched, and as this is doing, it literally splits the ground open.
Yes, turns out the ground that they were travelling over is a big hangar doorway that splits apart in this weird kaleidoscopy way. And Elizabeth...
It's literally leaping across it as it splits open.
Yes. Elizabeth tells the pilot and his co-pilots that he needs to try and stop them, otherwise there'll be no home to return to. And so, in a great show of bravery...
The pilot literally tells...
his crew to commit suicide.
No, first of all he tells Vickers, you have 40 seconds to basically fuck off and get a escape pod. So
and what does she do? She does exactly that, the bitch.
Oh wait, forgot to remember. It turns out she's actually Wayland's daughter, and the whole she only tagged along just to see he could die, so she could take over the business and get all the power from it. So money's fucking grand bitch. So she runs away. By this point, there's only out of the original crew.
There's only about 4 left.
No, there's
There's the 3 pilots, and then there's...
David's still alive. It's because he's a synthetic.
Yes.
They can take a lot. So there's 6 left.
Yeah, it's amazing these robots in this series of films. They can be beaten to death. They can be decapitated, cut in half, and yet they still work. Look at Bishop. He's a perfect example. He gets
ripped at the Queen. The force of the Queen. Aliens fucking. So yeah. Anyway. So she gets really angry and we basically launch her special room.
Yes. Her room turns out to be an escape pod.
And she doesn't go there for some stupid reason and gets into a standard one.
Yes.
So she launches
just before Prometheus plows
just plows right into the engineer ship, and it just goes up. Now it's clever, but it's a bit anticlimactic because it gets this big build up of dramatic music. You just see him get ready, and then they hit right into it.
Boom! The ship's like big.
You just literally see it go right in. It all breaks away, and then it slowly builds up into a big massive bomb. And then of course, Shaw now on the ground along with Vickers. They don't actually share.
The ship starts rolling.
The ship literally starts to come down like this, and she looks up, and then she's
no.
So they literally start fucking bailing right across the planet's surface as this crescent just comes careening right down on top of them. Now Shaw trips and
rolls sideways to avoid it.
Whereas this idiot Vickers continues to run, trips, rolls, and it just.
Yes. For some reason, she thinks saying "no, no, no" will stop it.
And it just
no.
It flattens the bitch, and that's that.
Yes. Now on her own, Elizabeth Shaw
thinks it's all finished.
Yes.
So she
gets a warning on her suit saying she's got 2 minutes of oxygen left,
and
she runs to
the Vickers special, and inside, she gets inside. So you see her get in.
She's still alive.
And
because he radios in on his...
we need to tell him. Of course, she starts grabbing spare oxygen, and then she of course remembers the squid.